Hello, it's Friday, February 12th, and yesterday I hope you enjoyed watching Martin Luther King's entire I Have a Dream speech. And the hope is that you not only paid attention to the background of what you saw, there were over 200,000 people there. I hope that you noticed the old 60s styled fashion, and many people are holding signs. You might have noticed that not everybody in the crowd is black, and Dr. Martin Luther King actually even refers to that in the middle of his speech. I hope that you noticed the way he spoke. Most people can recognize his voice even if they don't see him because he has a very unique and specific way about talking. And some of it is the way his voice gets louder and softer, or he tends to break up the sentences in really interesting, unique times. Kind of running one into the other and then putting a pause in the middle of the next sentence in a very, very unique way. You might have noticed that the speech really built up as it went, and his had a huge air of confidence when he spoke. I hope you noticed all of those things. I hope you enjoyed it. And also, I hope that you are willing to watch that again if it ever comes up. If another teacher says we're going to watch this, please don't be the person that says, oh, I've already seen it. I've watched it literally hundreds of times, and I just get new things out of it because it's so rich with ideas and language. And so that language, I hope that you wrote in here. So I want to kind of show you this example because it has kind of the content of what I would expect. This is his background information. Look at all of the things that are written here. This is a student who's done the background of the environment, the voice and the delivery. And then I say at least 3 specific lines. This person has 4. And you can actually even open up that electronic copy and paste the lines that are jumping out at you. And we will talk about this in class. And now today we're going to talk about the background of Amanda Gorman and where she's come from. Martin Luther King gave his speech in 1963, and she performed the spoken word poem in last month at the inauguration. So it's kind of a cool thing to look at when you're looking at history decades later, kind of the content. I chose this poem because I was floored, first of all, how young she was, speaking at the inauguration, the uniqueness of the style of her poem. And since I had listened to I Have a Dream so many times, I saw all kinds of parallels, which means similarities between what she was saying and what Martin Luther King was saying at his time. Completely different environments, but a very similar message. So I want you to watch her perform her poem. It's much shorter. It's roughly 6 minutes. You're going to see it in here. And again, what do you see around this speaker? And the video is much better than the 1963 quality. You might even comment on what she's wearing. If you watched one of the interviews, she talks about the ring that's on her finger. You might pay attention to the other people. Of course, you're going to see it's a pandemic, so it's going to be very, very unique. And I also want you to pay attention to her voice and delivery. What is unique about how she says her words? Is she loud? Does she have soft moments? Does she go faster, slower? Does she change her speed? Does she have pauses, gestures? You might think about how her words play off of each other. She is a poet, so there's a very interesting rhythm of words. You could comment on that. And once again, I want at least 3 specific lines that are jumping out at you when she said them, or when you're reading it, they just jump off the page. And you can just even do a bulleted list right here. I hope you enjoy it. She also spoke at the Super Bowl. She honored the 3 honorary captains in a very short poem, so you might look that up too. She is just amazing. The other thing I want to point out is I've got some extra credit if you are interested. After you do this, if you want to take one of these lines from either the hill we climb or one of the lines that you chose from I Have a Dream speech, this is linked in the extra credit folder where you can actually write down a direct quote. It says select a direct quote from I Have a Dream or The Hill We Climb. You can choose just one. That is figurative language. Write the direct quote word for word, then illustrate the literal meaning in a way that helps us understand what you believe the author was trying to help us understand. Then write what it means in plain language, in other words, not figurative language. So right here, you just word for word what the poet or what the speechwriter said, a colorful illustration, and you can print this off and use colored pencils, Or you can do a computer-generated illustration that you create, some computer art, and then write down here, what do you think that means? And if you were interested in that extra credit, it is due on February 21st. Let me just double check that date. February 22nd. All right, enjoy The Hill We Climb.